The Man with Hair on His Heart, How Mussolini's Iron Prefect Broke the Sicilian Mafia. In 1924, the Sicilian Mafia didn't just run the streets, they were the law. They were bewitched, ghosts who vanished into mountain caves and dons who owned the police. Even Benito Mussolini couldn't control them. So Il Duce sent in a monster to catch the monsters. His name was Cesare Mori. The Sicilians called him the Man with Hair on His Heart. Why? Because he didn't just arrest the mafia, he humiliated them. He used weaponized laziness, took entire villages hostage, and staged a siege so brutal it broke a centuries-old code of silence. This is the forgotten story of the Iron Prefect, the man who came closer to destroying the mafia than any government in history. Grab your gear. We're going to the Mezzogiorno. Chapter 1, The Iron Prefect's Mandate. In 1922, Benito Mussolini takes power with a bold promise to solve the problem of Italy's south and crush the mafia. By 1924, he appoints Cesare Mori as the prefect of Trapani. Mori, a veteran of Sicilian law enforcement, introduces his core philosophy for hunting fugitives, latitanti, calculated inactivity. He argues that moving the waters only helps the hunted, and that the best way to catch a bandit is through stealth, psychological scrutiny, and waiting for the sediment to settle. Chapter 2, The Ghost in the Dust. Mori recounts his 1916 operation against the Carlino band. To infiltrate the village of Risi unobserved, he rejects a massive military show of force. Instead, he and 3 men disguise themselves as weary peasants, blending into a cloud of dust and a long column of returning livestock at dusk. By the time the bandits arrive in town for a night of roistering, Mori is already inside the heart of the village, waiting. Chapter 3, The Midnight Siege of the Hovels. A desperate shootout erupts in a block of peasant hovels. Under the cover of darkness, Mori's men face off against the Carlino band in a close-quarters musketry battle. The situation reaches a stalemate until Mori seizes the high ground, piercing a hole through the ceiling from an upper room. Facing certain death, the bandits surrender only after Carlino's own mother is brought in to plead for her son's life. Chapter 4, The Strategy of the Water Cure. Moving to the province of Agrigento, Mori faces the bewitched bandit Paolo Grisafi. To lure Grisafi into a false sense of security, Mori stages an elaborate performance of incompetence. He and his officers pretend to be suffering from rheumatism, spend their days at hot springs and luxury hotels eating mullet, and act like stupid idlers. Behind closed doors, however, they are secretly mapping the mafia's entire support network. Chapter 5, 357 Arrests and the Black Flag. Mori strikes a massive blow by arresting 357 mafia helpers in a single night, isolating the bandits from their resources. The Grisafi band responds by hoisting a large black flag atop a mountain peak, a declaration of open war. Tensions boil over when Mori shuts down a mafia funeral demonstration with 2 simple words: go away. This act of defiance earns him the respect of the local women, who begin to whisper blessings as he passes. Chapter 6, The Cave and the Serenade. The police discover the bandits' secret mountain base, a sophisticated cave with a cement stable and a hidden chimney exit. On a night of beastly weather, Mori leads his men into the rain and wind to track the now horseless bandits. Learning that Grisafi plans to serenade his hotel with gunfire, Mori decides to intercept the band at a country cottage before they can strike. Chapter 7, The Battle of the Cottage. Mori surrounds the cottage with 4 squads in total silence. A night-long shootout ensues, with the bandits using rolled-up mattresses as shields on the balcony. At dawn, a terrified peasant tenant is found hiding in a cactus clump, revealing that the bandits are trapped inside. After a final hail of bullets and a threat of no quarter, the legendary Grisafi finally surrenders, looking not like a king of the mountains but like a bull led to slaughter. Chapter 8, The Siege of Gangi and the Legend's End. By 1926, the mafia has moved upmarket, with its leaders posing as law-abiding knights. Mori launches the infamous Siege of Gangi, using psychological humiliation to break the criminals' honor. He takes hostages, slaughters mafia cattle, and sells the meat at cut-rate prices. Although Mori leaves Sicily in 1929 claiming the mafia is eradicated, the story concludes with a sobering reality. The roots of the organization were far deeper than his mass arrests could reach.